want to have an excuse for a delay in the session for today. It's because actually we were supposed to have the session of Dr. Ishwar Kumar sir from Andhra University. But as sir has got a busy schedule, we had to reschedule the program with another speaker, that is Dr. Y. Malyadri, assistant professor from Nirmala College of Pharmacy, who's supposed to give another day session. So that's the reason like it's delay for 10 to 15 minutes. Please bear with us. Within a couple of minutes, we'll be starting the session. Will not take much time. Meanwhile, if anybody else want to share your views or feedback about yesterday's session related to the phases of clinical trials and the ethical principles, or any other suggestions related to the development program what we are conducting, you are open to talk. You can tell your name so that we'll unmute you and you can give your suggestions or feedback. You all are welcome to talk. Just for 2 minutes we have time. Anybody voluntarily? Okay. I'll be handovering session for a couple of minutes to Dr. Vinay sir for recollecting about the guidelines or instructions of these sessions. Meanwhile, I request all the participants to turn on your cameras for a minute so that we'll take a photograph of screenshot. I request all the participants to turn on your cameras for a minute, please. First of all, thank you all the participants for joining even after you're having a tiresome day. I know that would be very hectic for all of us to work for all day long, again joining for sessions in the evening. But as to grow ourselves and to develop ourselves, we need to attend such kind of programs, which is mandatory for all of us. So once again, I thank everybody for being here on time, and please excuse us for the delay as it is an unplanned reschedule of the session. Vinay sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir, if the screenshot is done, you
Yes,
can
yes.
give the instructions once again. Sir.
Yes, yeah. A very good evening to all the participants. So, am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good evening to all my fellow faculty members. I thank each and every faculty member who has participated yesterday. As the yesterday's resource person, Dr. Chitra madam, she expressed that around 40 plus faculty members they have attended for ATAL faculty development program. This is very good sign. Voluntarily, faculty members they are joining the sessions to update their skills and to update their knowledge in contemporary areas of the research. So this is very good sign that our pharma faculty and our pharma fraternity is being thriving for the updating their knowledge. And as the today's host, Mrs. Asha Begum madam expressed that actually today the session that we have planned is by the Dr. Ishwar Kumar sir. So already I posted in the ATAL FDP participant group, but unfortunately because of his hectic schedule and emergency meeting, so suddenly we have rescheduled the session with some other another resource person. So Dr. Y. Malyadri, she's expert in the drug safety analytics, and today the session is going to be conducted by Dr. Y. Malyadri. So we are also waiting for the host to be joined within a couple of minutes. That resource person will join the meeting. So once after joining the meeting, so we'll start the program. And dear faculty members, just I would like to recollect and remind you the guidelines about ATAL FDP. Already I expressed it in the last meeting, but again I want to recollect the things to you. So here, ATAL FDP, you know that it is an hybrid mode ATAL FDP. That doesn't mean that you can opt for either online or offline. You have to attend both the sessions. There is no choice to attend offline or online sessions. Yesterday also, around 40 members we have attended. The same we have forwarded, and we have marked your attendance in the ATAL portal, right? And uh, the online sessions will be conducted till 10th of this September, Saturday. Up to Saturday, online sessions will be conducted. Today one session will be there, and tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday, remaining 4 sessions are there. And on the Saturday, that means at the end of the day of online sessions, so on the 10th we are going to end our online sessions. On the 10th, you will be having one assessment exam. So that assessment exam will be through online mode. So that will be in the form of MCQs, multiple choice questions. So we'll be sharing the question paper to you through the WhatsApp group, and also I will post the question paper in the Zoom chat box. So what the thing you need to do is you should complete the answers within 20 minutes. The time given is 20 minutes for assessment. 20 MCQ questions will be there. They are purely based upon the sessions that we have completed in this online mode. You need to complete and you need to forward all your answers through Google form. So that form I will share on the Saturday, on the 10th of the September. So again, that papers will be evaluated by the resource person. So that is one thing about online session. And coming to the offline session, from Monday onwards, that means from 12th of this September onwards, we are inaugurating the offline sessions also. So I request all the participants, those who present online session, also please make your convenience to attend offline sessions also, in order to make it big success. Because in India, in the first phase, the only pharmacy college that has been awarded with the ATAL FDP is our Nirmala College of Pharmacy in South India. So please make it grand success by attending both online as well as offline sessions also. Actually, we are planning to inaugurate the offline sessions from the 12th September onwards, right? So on the 12th September, that is Monday, first session of the offline, we'll be having one session with AIMS professor and HOD. His name is Dr. Madhav Rao, and sir is excellent expert in new drug, new regulations of clinical trials. He will be guiding you. And in the Monday afternoon, we are going to visit an industry nearby Vijayawada, which are experts in clinical trials and also manufacturing formulations also. We already planned about the industrial waste. Please attend for the same. And afternoon, after completion of the Monday first session, we'll be having lunch there in our college. And after that, we'll be moving to the industrial visit. That is about Monday offline session. And coming to the Tuesday, one more session we have planned on the Tuesday by KLU professor Dr. P. Rajeshwari Garu. So she'll be taking the session on IND application, investigational new drug application. And in the afternoon session of the Tuesday, so there is one more session, that is handling of IND application. We will be giving IND format, investigation new drug format to you, and also we'll be showing the online approval process and how to apply for IND application in the online portal. So that will be having on the Tuesday afternoon, right? Please don't miss those sessions. And on the Wednesday, we are having one more session. So that was an excellent session we have planned. So that is regarding clinical SAS. So one senior SAS programmer, senior clinical SAS programmer from IQIVA is visiting our college on the Wednesday, not this Wednesday, that is offline session, third session. So he is going to demonstrate you how to operate the statistical softwares. So that will be helpful for you
while pursuing your PhD, and as well as while guiding the PG students, PharmD students, and as well as PhD students, you can run the softwares on your own, and you can also select the appropriate parametric and non-parametric test. So that session will be held on uh, the Wednesday of the next week. An afternoon, so that resource person, he will be installing the softwares in our laptops and desktops. If you are interested, he can install the softwares in your systems also. Please don't miss those sessions. And on the Thursday, again we'll be having one more session. So that session will be conducted by Dr. Y Malyadri. So he will be showing how to handle the vigilance software. So there are some MedWatch, Sedescope vigilance softwares are there, DrugWatch. So he will be demonstrating how to handle the software and how to report the adverse drug reactions by using those softwares. So those sessions also, they will be very helpful for you, and so that you can carry the information, same information to your post institute, and also you can share your opinions and your ideas to your host. And then coming to Friday another session will be there. So that session will be held by Dr. Sheikh Abdul Rahman. So that session is on artificial intelligence in the drug discovery and clinical research. So with that session, we'll complete the 5-day session, five-day offline ATAL FDP program. And one more MCQ exam will be there. One more MCQ exam will be there on the Friday. So that is on 16th of this month. 16th of this month. So we'll be having one more MCQ exam that will be conducted through the offline mode. So dear participant, please make a note that, so in order to get a certificate, you must attend for both MCQ exams, because in our portal, in coordinator portal, we need to upload the MCQ answers of each and every participants in the portal. For example, if 40 participants are there, we need to upload total 40 answer sheets to the ATAL FDP portal. Then only they are going to release the participant certificates to you. So please attend for both the sessions, right? So still, if you have any doubts, please contact me. So I'm my contact number is there in the ATAL FDP participant group, right? So we are going to start the session, madam. Asha, madam.
Yes, sir.
Is resource person has joined or not, madam?
Yes, sir. He's about to join. I just now called, sir. Within 2 minutes, he'll be here. So, dear
Yeah.
participants, yesterday you have observed that we had two sessions. One was related to phases, and the other was related to the ethical principles. But today you'll be having just one session. So, don't worry, we'll not take much of your time. The topic will be on importance and patient centricity in pharmacovigilance. Two sessions. One was related to phases, and the other was related. So, as Vinay sir has introduced, that the speaker of today's session is a specialist in data analytics and in pharmacovigilance. So, he'll be delivering us important information about the patient centricity. So, there'll be just one session for a period of up to like 40 minutes. After that, we'll have question and answer session, that is interactions, and after that you will as usual fill the feedback form and the registration form, and we'll be leaving and signing off for today. So just give us 2 minutes. Please don't mind for keeping you waiting. Understand that there was a serious issue which we couldn't handle, that is changing the resource person. Other than that, we would have done it on time. Very sorry for the trouble we are causing to you. Malyadri sir, are you here?
Yes, ma'am. Sir is here.
Yes, we have the speaker of the day with us, Dr. Y. Malyadri, Assistant Professor from Nirmala College of Pharmacy, who's a specialist in data analytics and pharmacovigilance. Sir, hearty welcome to you for today's session, and thank you very much for accepting as a speaker even within a short intimation. I request the chairperson of the today's session, Dr. T. Vinay Kumar sir, to introduce the speaker to the guests.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Asha, madam. So, dear participants, today's resource person, I'm honored to be the chairperson of this today's session, which is going to be held by today's resource person, Dr. Y. Malyadri. I'm privileged to be the chairperson for this session, and also I'm very thankful to today's chairperson, Dr. Malyadri, for accepting our invitation. Actually, and also the session also has been rescheduled, right? And I would like to read out the short biodata of today's resource person. So, Dr. Malyadri has been graduated his PharmD program from Raghavendra Institute of Pharmaceutical and Educational Research, Anantapuram, from 2017. And after completion of his PharmD graduation, he joined as assistant professor in Coringa College of Pharmacy. From 2017 to 2019, he worked there as assistant professor, and from 2019, he joined as assistant professor in Nirmala College of Pharmacy, and now he is working as senior drug safety associate for IQAVA Clinical Solutions, Mysore. He is expertise in ADR reporting, medication error identification, and ADR reporting to different websites like UK ADR website, farms, and also Indian Cedisco farms like this. And he published around 10 research articles in the area of pharmacy practice and clinical research. And also he guided around 10 PharmD students academic projects. Sir, Dr. Malyadri sir, I welcome to this session, sir. Please continue your session, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for very brief introduction about the speaker. Dr. Malyadri, sir, hearty welcome to you. So the session will be over to you now. You can continue sharing your screen and start the session, sir.
Okay, thank you, madam. So thank you, sir. Thank you, Vinay, sir. So
Share your screen, sir.
sure, sir. Sir, can you see, sir, my screen?
No, sir.
No. 1 minute. Now, ma'am, can I see, ma'am, screen? Can I visible?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
But you're showing like you're asking like only share the only host can share the meeting, madam. Can I ask this?
Just a
One
minute, sir.
second.
Just a minute, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
am making you as a co-host.
Okay, okay, sir.
Sir, Maladri sir, now you can share your screen, sir.
Okay, sir. Sure.
So dear delegates, if you have any questions during the session, you can drop in the chat box so that just like yesterday, we'll be clarifying them at the end of the session.
Now can I visible, sir? Now.
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh, okay.
Sir, in the share screen, you can select any of tab, sir. Any tab that you want.
ఇది ఎట్లాగా Sir, can I see, sir, my screen now?
No, sir. Once it came and it got lost again. Just try once again, sir.
Sure.
Just now it came and it went up. Now it is visible, sir.
Okay.
So please turn your phone, sir, into landscape. Please rotate your phone.
Okay. Now, okay, sir.
You can start.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. So thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. So now let us see. Now we're discussing about the pharmacovigilance. So especially the pharmacovigilance in India. So now is very trending, and also the important role of especially the key role play pharmacist or pharmacy related background, but not only the pharmacist, even any of the life science related also do the activity. And as well as, so pharmacovigilance is actually the established in India in 2010, but before that also we introduced the one activity, some like everyone 1980s maybe they started in UK thalidomide incident. So after that India also they introduced in the 2010, but now the introduction of the PVPIA, like I will tell you the brief introduction about the pharmacovigilance. So the term of pharmacovigilance actually it is a etiological root cause, but like pharmacon means like drug or any medical substances, but vigilance is nothing but to keep watching. So the drug is causes the any type of reaction. So due to either the drug is either serious type of reaction or is maybe non-serious type of reaction, but without further therapeutical effect of the drug. So other than the therapeutical drug reaction, that is the adverse reactions. So the pharmacovigilance actually, according to the WHO, the standard meaning of the vigilance is a lot of sciences are involved in the pharmacovigilance. So and also it including that so a lot of activities also related to the like first one is the detection and assessment and understanding and prevention of the adverse drug reaction or any other medicines, or it may be a problem for the other problem related to the problem. So here, so the lot of sciences means like either especially the activities. So whenever the drug is when causes the any type of the problem, so that will be either first one is the need to detect it, and then by after that after detection of then assess by and then undertaking to the and after that to report to the adverse reaction. So many reasons are happening into the India. So recently I will tell you one recent incident. So the COVID-19. So COVID-19 for the treatment of COVID-19, ritonavir drug is prescribed for treatment of COVID-19. So antiviral drug. But some studies may show that so ritonavir it causes the severe type of respiratory problems. So there may be some physiological changes, some pharmacodynamical changes, especially the COVID-19 patient. So thereby immediately the physicians are stop the drug and ritonavir replaced by the onboard antiviral drug. So likewise, so but coming to the in my recently and one more example like so the patient is one patient the elder patient actually. So the patient is came to the hospital with complaint of tachycardia and along with some shortness of breath and but major problem is the physician is find out that the patient may have the coronary artery disease. But after the confirmation of the diagnosis coronary artery disease, so the physician is the prescribed to the digoxin 1.25 mg. So after he went to the hospital, went to after discharging of the patient. So after 3 days, so he came to the hospital for the complaint of tachycardia. So here the physician, actually the pharmacist is find out. So but the problem is that especially the clinical pharmacist, the first initially the find out the problem is so the digoxin is initial dose is 0.25 mg, but the physician is by fault the prescribed to the 1.25 mg. So the high dose of the digoxin there causes of the tachycardia. So means the few types of incidents, like few types of the reasons they will cause the worsening of the or aggravated condition of the disease also. So this is also sometimes maybe causes the serious type of the problem, like sometimes respiratory distress problem or some cardiac arrest problem. So likewise, so these are the so many examples are there for the but nowadays so in India so happening, but some few incidents are reported by the regulatory authority, but some few incidents are some suppressive some type of actions. So like next one is the these are the 5 movements of for the medication safety. So 5 movements of the medication safety now is recently. So this is the trend for the WHO. This framing. First one is the first initially the 5 movements for safety. The starting of the medication. So what is the name of the medication and what is it for? Next, what is the risk for the possible side effect? So the first moment, so these are the 5 moments are to be very carefully to identify the, so to observe the patient. So then you can easily find out the reaction and then it easily to save for the patient. So first step is the 5 moments. First step is the starting of the medication. So next one is the taking by the medication. So when should be the take this medication? So how much should be there take each time? Either the based upon the duration of the treatment or based upon the like condition of the treatment also sometimes. So likewise, so like so antibiotics treatment. So maximum the treatment for the antibiotics should be given to 5 to 7 days of the treatment. So like some chronic conditions may should give the so continue the treatment for the sometimes long time. So likewise, so how much time is also very the very role of the taking of the medication. So next one is the what should be the like what should be side effect mainly. So the drug is either cause the what type of the effect. So maximum like few type of drug like recently I observed one more example like gentamicin. So gentamicin actually they give the antibiotic to the some patient or some infection condition. but immediately the drug is caused, already the patient take previously history of taking the gentamicin. So again came to the hospital and take the gentamicin. So there it will be causes the overdose of the medication. So acute renal failure problem. So finally the patient having the acute renal failure. So these are the few drugs also. Some causes the major type of the problems also. So third one is the third moment for the medication safety is adding a medication. So do I really need to any other medication? So whether you need to check the whether the is required or not required. If required means then you should give the treatment like TB drugs. So for example, the TB for the treatment of TB is the 6 months duration of time. So you should give the continued treatment for the 6 months of duration of time. But if unnecessarily, but you should not required for any type of the treatment, so don't give the like you should not give the treatment for the patient. So likewise, so really need the any other medication, that time only you should give to the patient. Otherwise, you should not give to the should not prescribe to the patient. And also, can this medication like to interact with the any other medications? That's also one of the reason nowadays. So like polypharmacy. So number of more than drugs nowadays. So more than 10 or 15 to drugs are prescribed to the one patient. So it is also one of the problems. So definitely 2 or 3 interactions should be there. So then so it can be the medication is interact with the other medications or not. You need to take you need to check the medication prescription. So either any interaction is possible interaction, at least the possible interaction also there should give the some interval changes or maybe some frequency changes or some dose will be changes based upon the situation. So next one, the fourth movement is like to reviewing the medication, the reviewing the patient medication. Like so how long should we take the each medication? So like I am taking the any medication or how much long to need. So likewise, so you need to take the you should inform to the patient and you need to careful about the patient also. Is the length of the treatment also very important for the assessment of adverse drug reaction. And next one is the stopping of the medication. So the stopping of the medication is the fifth moment of the medication safety. So when should be the step each medication? So what should be the stop the medication? So what is the purpose of the stopping of the medication? So whether the drug is lack of efficacy of the patient, or the drug is causes the adverse reaction, or drug is causes the like unapproved indication. So many reasons are there. So whether approved or not, so whether efficacy or not. So based upon the situation, the drug is what should be the stop reason should be identified. So and next one is the if you have any stop the medication due to any untoward or any unwanted effect. So when should be the what should, when report this kind? What is the alternative treatment for the patient? So these are the 5 movements are now should be like to follow the according to the WHO now. So everyone like should follow the this medication safety. So now come to the adverse drug event and adverse drug reaction. So adverse drug reaction according to the WHO. So adverse drug reactions are noxious or any untoward response to the medicinal product. So the doctor during the usual clinical application for the treatment or diagnosis or purpose of the human being. So like so this is the drug is normally for the treatment of responsible for the any medical product, but the drug is causes the noxious or unintended effect. And coming to the adverse event means it is any untoward medical occurrence in the patient who administered or medical product which does not necessarily the causes the relationship with the treatment. So I will tell you a small example like if the patient is taking the cetirizine or 5 mg of the tablet. So cetirizine is actually initially you should give it to the night time only. But if the cetirizine is the take the patient is the morning time, so then after that you went to go to any other places like any traveling or anywhere. So thereby it will cause the patient is like the thing like accident or anything further problem. So here the cetirizine is the initial dose of the cetirizine, but basically some little bit of drowsiness problem. So the drowsiness is a major problem. The drug is the drowsiness. So due to the drowsiness, the patient having the another incident. So, but this means here there is no causality relationship between the drug and the reaction, but the drug is that indirectly causes the reaction to the patient, event to the patient. So that is the adverse drug event. So adverse drug reaction means the closely association between the drug and with the reaction. So definitely should be the reaction and along with the drug will be there. So that is the differentiation of small differentiation of the event and adverse drug reaction. So next one is the adverse drug event versus adverse drug reactions. So these are the diagrammatically, so like adverse drug events are no need to have the causal relationship to the drug along with the reaction, but the relationship should be there between the drug and reactions. So now coming to the, so already you might be know some the reactions, so the few types of the major type reaction A, B, C, D, E. But recently now added the F also, type B type of reaction also. So now one by one in detailing about the classification of the adverse reaction. So and based upon the onset of the reactions also, they differ the differentiation between the three types of the adverse reaction. So based upon the reaction, there are types of total 5-6 types, and based upon the reaction, the reactions are like three types. So acute type of reaction, either subacute type of reaction, or latent type of reaction, or it may be a serious type of reaction. But severe based upon the severity, so again subdivided into the reactions are like minor, moderate, severe, or lethal type of reactions. So type of reactions are so these are the few examples along with the, some characteristic of the each classification of the adverse drug reaction. So first one is the type A. So type A type of reactions are augmented type of reaction. So augmented type of reactions are dose dependent type of reaction, and also this type of reactions are preventable reactions. So the predicted from the known pharmacological drug. So like the example is hypoglycemia. So insulin causes the high amount of the insulin causes the hypoglycemia. So definitely it should be preventable reaction. So automatically it will be resolved. So next type B type of reactions are bizarre type of reaction. So bizarre type of reactions are unpredictable reaction and the dose independent type of reaction. So but here dose is not involved in the reaction, but whatever may be dose, either high dose or overdose or underdose or maybe some medium dose. But here the maximum anaphylaxis reaction to the penicillin, but not anaphylaxis reactions like is a very severe type of reactions. So bizarre type of reactions are most probably serious type of reaction. So the serious type of reactions are, if you should identify the serious type of reaction, the timelines is very important for the reporting of the adverse reaction. So I will show you in coming to the slides. I will tell you the regulatory timelines or PVA timeline, different type of timeline. So I think it will be help for your future. Next one is the type C, like chronic type of reactions. So chronic type of reactions are prolonged treatment. So during the time of the treatment is, so continued treatment for a long time, so there will be causes the reactions like analgesic neuropathy. So if the person is taking the diclofenac or any type of the esclofenac, so nowadays recently some drugs are like esclofenac combination or paracetamol combination should not be avoided, like maximum are prevented. So but maximum should be their suggestion that should give the only the single type of reaction, but should not use it to the combination type of drugs. So like analgesics are causes the neuropathic pain. This is the prolongation of usage of the treatment. Next to the delay type of reactions are, so these are the after years of the treatment. After years, some years are using of the treatment, there will happen to the reactions. So like antipsychotic drugs. So antipsychotic like epileptic patient or any seizures. So this type of the continuous treatment of the patient. So just one is, so after that we will be showing the some type of reactions. Next to E type of reactions are end of the use reaction. So the drug is like withdrawal symptoms. So the patient is suddenly withdrawal of the treatment, so thereby causes some few types of reactions like clonidine. So clonidine is the rebound of the hypertension. So should not be suddenly, should not be stop the clonidine, but slowly to reduce the dose of the clonidine. So thereby automatically they can resolve these problems. So next to the last to now, the recent update is the F type of reaction. So the failure of the efficacy. The F type of reactions are failure of the efficacy. So maximum the failure of the treatment also that causes some few type of reaction. So drug interactions under dosing of the medication. So aspirin and heparin increase the risk of bleeding. So actually is already you know. So aspirin is the causes of the increasingly risk of the bleeding, but now the because of reason is failure of the efficacy. So coming to the few examples, I have identified the few examples of reaction. Actually, is the practically I am practically experienced and as observed by the few type of examples I'll show you. So these are the type A reactions are benzodiazepine. So benzodiazepines are causes the sedation. The continuation of the benzodiazepines are sedation. Furosemide. So furosemide is a water electrolyte imbalance. Heparin, warfarin, spontaneous bleeding immediately. So these are the my personally observed this type of reaction. So that is why I'm showing this one. So next one is the this is the example of type A. So recently, so when I processing the cases actually, so this is the I observed one case for type A type of reaction. So a female patient is 48 years of female actually. So his patient is admitted to the Manipal hospital with chief complaints of hypoglycemic shock. So initially the problem is hypoglycemic shock due to use of the two anti-diabetic medication. So already the patient is known case of diabetes mellitus. So two type of combination they are taking, but one is the glyphipramide and plus metformin or pioglitazone. So glyphipramide is a 2 mg dose, and metformin is a 500 mg, and along with the pioglitazone is a 15 mg, and they are taking the bice in a day. So after that, so the zucofride is the also diclofenac or metformin combination. So her blood glucose are suddenly increasing the pound to less than the 30 mg. 30 mg per dl. So what discontinue the after which is the patient is condition was stable. So should be actually should give the treatment for the should not give the actual combination therapy, should give the single therapy, monotherapy for the treatment. So these are the example, or I will show this example for the this is the zucofride and drug reaction. So next one is the type B reactions. So type B reactions are bizarre type of reaction. So this is the example is, so find out. So a male patient is 40 years of admitted patient. So like a hospital, but the skin rash, the complaint is the skin rash, itching and redness since 15 days. So due to the use of the anti-epileptic medication like Oxetol. So Oxetol is the carbamazepine, so anti-epileptic drug, 300 mg buys in a day, but the patient continually usage of the drug. But after that, it was diagnosed it has a Steven Johnson syndrome. This is the practically I observed this type of the problem. So drug is, and also I have reported the same case reported. So this drug is causes the. Okay, so this is the type B type of reaction. So next one is the type C type of reactions are. So I will show you. This is the practically. So a male patient is 53 years of age. So you are admitted actually male patient, but his SIM complaint is fever. So since 40 days, 4 days, along with the cough, so and the shortness of breath. But he was diagnosed having ineffective endocarditis. So ineffective endocarditis is the inflammation of the endocarditis. So the reason is enterococci species of the bacteria. So the blood culture, so I have been prescribed with the injection gentamicin. So for the treatment of endocarditis. So after that, the injection is vancomycin. So due to which the patient is developed nephrotoxicity. Nephrotoxicity. Here, the gentamicin is major drug actually for the treatment of endocarditis, but the problem is nephrotoxicity. So and also elevated serum creatine levels. So because of gentamicin. Okay, so these are the one of the problem for the patient. So this is the thalidomide type D type of reaction, but I'm not personally any type of type D observed, but I will show you. So this is the thalidomide drug actually. So previous time they are using for the morning sickness problem, especially in the pregnant women. But now, so the problem is that, so this is the teratogenicity, the causes of the drug. So now is markedly banned. So next to type E type of reaction. So type of reactions are aspirin. Actually, example, aspirin inhibits the platelet aggregation together with the so together with the heparin and anticoagulant leads to increasing risk of bleeding. So these are the few types of few examples are I personally observed, and few type of reactions are. So the practically I will show you this type of reaction. So next one is important one is in the coming to the as a drug safety. So for the assessment of seriousness of the case. So if the case is serious or if the case is non-serious based upon the reaction. If the drug is causes the death, so that is the seriousness of the case, and either the drug is causes the like life-threatening problem, so that is the problem seriousness of the case. Either the drug is causes the prolonged hospitalization, so that is the seriousness of the patient case. Either any birth defect or any teratogenicity problem, so that is the also seriousness of the case. So likewise, this is the few types of a few total 6 type of seriousness of the case. So why I am saying the stressing the seriousness of the problem means the seriousness of the timelines, regulatory timelines will be different and non-serious timelines will be different. So within the timelines, you need to submit the regulatory authority. So thereby you can avoid the problem in further population. So that is the differentiation by the serious and non-serious of the cases. Okay. Now, so this is the timelines for the historical evolution of the pharmacovigilance. So now the 1948 is the death caused by the chloroform first, and then 1938 is the Federal Food Drug Administration was Cosmetic Act was established. So after that is the 90 European legislation also developed in the 1965, and as well as the WHO program for the International Drug Monitoring Center was initiated in 1968. So and then EMA European Medical Agency was set in the 1995. So and then the IDRA vigilance also found out the 2001, and 2017 is new IDRA vigilance is the format is there. So now we are using the new IDRA vigilance format. So this is a pattern. So this is the example of thalidomide toxicity. So previous time. So this is the congenital anomaly for the approaching of the reaction, materially especially for the babies. So during the pregnancy time, anti-emetic drug actually so is said to almost 20% of the causes. So these abnormalities are present structure developed from the so any mesenchyme or any bones or any musculation of the gut. So bone any development seems to be differentiation of any stacking manner. So resulting that so like any strictly or any failure development of the long bone or maybe some radical. So this is the regulatory bodies are nowadays. So each country have one regulatory body. So one is particularly so they have some rules and regulation, and there is some like as per the regulatory bodies should follow the instruction. So USA, so FDA, US FDA, so United States of Food and Drug Administration, and Canada Health Canada, and UK like MHRA, Medicines and Healthcare Product Regulatory Agency, and EU is the European Medicine Agency EMA, and Japan is the like Pharmaceutical and Medicine Devices Agency, but not actually this is the oldest now is now present recently like MHLW, Minister of Health, Labor, Welfare. So now this is the now convert to the MHLW for the Japan Regulatory Authority. So now India is the status quo Central Drug Standard Control Organization, India regulatory body. So coming to the pharmacovigilance of program in India. So in July 2010, actually the government of India has initiated by the nationwide of the pharmacovigilance under the Minister of the Health and Family Welfare and Drug Standard Control Organization. So initially it was started in the AIMS New Delhi, and after the NCC monitoring adversary reaction. So now Uppsala Drug Monitoring Center also now will be both as there, and now the location of the Ghaziabad. So the place is changed to the Ghaziabad now, but initially they started into the Delhi. So what is the scope of the one when coming to the pharmacovigilance program in India? The scope and objective of pharmacovigilance is to identify the analyzing of the new signal from the reported cases, especially. But now maximum each area, each local area. So but in coming to the other countries like USA or UK, other countries, they have, so one surrounding 32 or 30-40 kilometer surrounding area, one is the local area. So that is the local area have one extra pharmacovigilance officers. So 30 to 40 kilos of any type of reactions are thereby the report to the regulatory authority. But now coming to India also maximum, so the establishment of reason. Okay, so to communicate the safety information from the to support the regulatory agencies in the decision making process, and to communicate the safety information from the use of the medication, whereas like minimizing the risk, and also the pharmacovigilance area. Okay, so to to collaborate with the either national centers or exchange the information, so to provide the training or consolidated reporting for the national pharmacovigilance centers global to promote the national use of the medicine. One minute, I will show. Oh, sorry, some disturbances. Yeah. So can I see? Okay, fine. So now coming to the main, the government structuring of the National Pharmacovigilance Program of India, headquartered into the SEDESCO. So Minister of Health and Family Welfare, the Government of India. So first was the steering committee. Initially, the establishment of the steering committee. So after that, the statistic advisory committee is there. So separately, so these are the subcommittees. Three committees is there. So after the three committees, so one is the signal review panel, and third one is the code training panel, and quality review panel. These are the strategic advisory committee in the SEDESCO. So National Pharmacovigilance Program Coordinating Center in India. So the Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh. So there, like first one is the MCI approved by the any medicinal colleges. So initially, the National Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission is established, like the pharmacovigilance first initially to introduce the any MCI approved medical colleges. So next one is the like hospitals. So national or either national colleges or like local colleges or private colleges. So any. And next to public healthcare programs also, like private hospitals or maybe some other society hospitals or trusted hospital, any type of hospital. And autonomous institutions also, especially ICSM or etc. So the autonomous institutions also, it will establishment of. So pharmacovigilance program coordinating centers. But other countries, so some areas are they selected, local safety officers is there, they find out the some few types of adverse reactions. But India also some now it will be developed. So stethoscope zonal or subzonal centers also is there now. So like north side, northern or south central or east type of zonals areas, and also the pharma industry, especially the pharma industry also have to involve into the this type of programming programming coordinating centers into the India. Okay, so next one is these are the now WHO. This may shows that some strategies framing up the global patient safety. So the like patient and the death public centers, and like second one is the system and practice of the medicine, and fourth and third one is the any medicine, and fourth one is the healthcare professionals. So these are the subdivided into few types of the reactions. So these four safety challenges. So these four safety challenges are maybe some helpful for the easily detection of the adverse reaction. It will help for the easy way. So that is why the WHO recently started into the few types of the challenges. So the few challenges are uh, patients on the public sector. So the patient for the public sector like to the first one is the involuntary of the patient organization. So if the patient is involuntary patient organization, and patient safety public is reporting by the patient, and patient engagement and public awareness on medicine literacy. So only for patient to involuntarily participate into the pharmacovigilance. So next, healthcare professions like education and training programs are conducted. So thereby easily do detection by the areas. So this is the medication without any harm. So the WHO World Health Organization is the without any harm of the medication, thereby communication with the treatment, like teamwork. So if you can communicate along health, especially the healthcare professionals like physician or nurse or pharmacist or any other professional. So these peoples are to communicate capability of point of the care. So next, incident reporting of the learning. So any capability at point of the care. So incident reporting of the learning. And the system and practice of the medications are, so first one is the leadership or governance. So first to the like in a high risk condition, the any prescribing preparations or any dispensing, either administration or any patient monitoring or any monitoring or like any evaluation. So these are the few systemic and practice of the medication. So thereby easily the without medication is without harm. The medicine is the right producer at the point of care, or any logistic storage or any disposal, or maybe some naming or labeling or packaging in an issue, or maybe some product quality safety issue. So this is also you can find out these problems also. So definitely the medication is without any harm for easily to detection by the adverse reaction. So now is recently like 2000, I think 2022. So this is the flow chart. So the diagrammatically the WHO is organized. This is the 4 domains of the challenges and the 16 subdomains and 3 key action areas, especially the key action areas. So these are the major areas. So easily to find out the any type of reaction, thereby improve the reduce the risk of the patient. So this is the data flow of the drugs, Central Drug Standard Organization. So national coordinating centers are Ghaziabad is, so like in pharmacy initial first one is the Uppsala Monitoring Center in Sweden. So then the Sweden is national coordinating center in the Ghaziabad reported. So after that, so national healthcare program or any pharmaceutical industry or any professional body, so thereby report to the signal review. Signal review like signal panel. So the total the three panels is there. So the panels are they are taken by the national healthcare programs, some any professional bodies from the any type of reaction. So these panels are to inform to the advisory committee. So then advisory committee is then informed to the steering committee. So if any doubt in the steering committee, advisory committee is there, so then immediately to inform to the IDR monitoring center, then again back to the ask. So any clarification of the reaction. So any patient or healthcare professional, but who is the, so any one of the the professional is reported, so that person is responsible for the adverse reaction reporting. So minimum criteria required for pharmacovigilance system is, so these are the PV activities may be undertaken by the several organizations. So like the pharmacovigilance program in India fulfill the minimum requirement of the any functional program. So like vigilance database or VG based database software. So few types of softwares are used in the reporting the adverse reaction, but I will show you in offline. So the live database, how it will enter into the case and each parameter, and after that how you submit it to the regulatory body. So one procedure is there. So I will show you in offline. I will after the okay. So these are the phases of pharmacovigilance in the implementation of India. So phase one is the to set up the 40 ADRs. First initially 2010 is, so 40 ADRs are monitoring centers are rolled out in the 2010. But phase two is 140 MCS recognized by the medical college in the 2011. So after phase three is 2013, the ultimately to cover the healthcare system maximum all sector into the pharmacovigilance implementation of India maximum. So this is the developing of the pharmacovigilance in India. So individual case safety report. So what is the individual case safety report? So individual case safety report is nothing but if the case is containing at least one event or one reaction, that is the individual case safety report. So without any adverse reaction or without adverse event, that is not an invalid case, invalid ICSR. So thereby but it should not report into the regulatory authority. So document used for the reporting of adverse reaction. So any medicinal product that occurs in single patient at a given point of time. So that is the ICSR. So ICSR, if the is valid, mean the case is containing at least an identifiable reporter or an identifiable patient or it may be an identifiable suspect reaction or an identifiable suspect product. So reaction should be there, patient should be there, and drug reaction also should be there, and report also should be there. So this is the minimum 4 criteria required for the case is valid. So for anything is missing in the case, that is the invalid ICSR. So as per the PVA guidelines. Okay, so pharmacovigilance assessment guideline. So next is the very important. So now every based upon the companies, the regulations of the timelines will be changed. So especially the SOP timeline, standard operating procedure timelines will be changed, but remaining all type of the timelines will be same for the all companies, all. So the government sector or private sector companies also same timelines. So if the case is study, so the regulatory timelines is 7 calendar days. So for example, if you identify the RAS as the event, so day 0, for example, today is the 6th September 22. So today you have to identify the RAS. So today is the day 0. You should consider as the day 0, and the next day, tomorrow is the day 1. So likewise, total 7 days calendar days should be calculated. So thereby within 7 days calendar days, you should report to the regulatory timelines as the case is study type of case. Clinical study type of cases, regulatory timelines is 7 calendar days. And SOP's timelines is like internal company timelines is 5 calendar days. 5 calendar, like for example, Accenture company. So the company is the SOP timelines is the 5 calendar days. So like Bioclinica, 5 like different timelines, like so 6 days or 7 days, like that. Like PVA timelines, pharmacovigilance assessment timelines is different, 4 calendar days. If the case is clinical study, is the timelines will be different. So likewise, so there is SUSAR case. SUSAR is nothing but suspected, unexpected, serious adverse reaction. So the suspected, unexpected, serious adverse reaction case is there. Like normal case, like non-serious case, the 7 calendar days is the regulatory timelines, and 5 calendar days is the SOP timelines, and 4 calendar days is the like PVA timelines. So, for example, the any follow-up version is added, any follow-up information is there, so timelines will be different. So, in literature case also like different type of timelines, and the case is spontaneous cases. Spontaneous nothing but the case is unsolicited information. So there is no participation. There are no people are participating to the study, but the person the patient is voluntarily reported the case. That is the spontaneous reporting case. So, but here only only involvement is the patient, either HCP or any other person. Only one person or one or two reactions along with that is the spontaneous reporting. So, solicit is nothing but if the study is there or any protocol, or the number of people are participating in the study. So, a number of reactions also will be there, and also drugs also one or two drugs also will be there, especially in the study cases. But in spontaneous case are only one drug, but two reactions will be there. That is the spontaneous differentiation. So if the spontaneous case are death or any life-threatening problem is there, that is the 15 calendar days for the regulatory timelines. Any other serious problem is there, that is the 15 calendar days. So non-serious case is there, spontaneous cases, 60 days calendar days, all maximum 60 days calendar days timelines. So within the timelines, so you should report to the timeline. So thereby easily to improve the to decrease the problem for the patient, to improve the quality of life of the patient. So next, these are the following chart for the processing occurring in the ICSR. So if the ICSR is collected, either solicited source or unsolicited information, so then company personal services like serious adverse reaction form is there. So I will show you coming to the different type of each country, one type of form is the ADR monitoring form is there. So I will tell you. So ICSR processing center, then vigilancer, then ICSR processing team, case coding. So after coding off, then forward to the quality review. So then quality review team will be checking for the any missing information from the safety review. So then after the quality review is team is forward to the medical review. So the medical review people are like physicians, any specialized population, healthcare professional. So these people are like any review by the all experimental of the cases, then review by the medical concept of the ICSR. So finally, the ICSR is submission to the healthcare authority or licensing partner. So either healthcare licensing partner or regulated to the healthcare authority. This is the processing of ICSR. So anything the case is processing by this is the one by one stepwise processing. Next, so this is the spontaneous sources, clinical sources, or literature sources, health, any health authority example. Okay. So next one is the valid. If the case is valid ICSR, so you must be have 4 criteria. Either a reporter should be there, patient should be there, and reaction is there, and suspected reaction drug also there. That is the valid case of the case. So next one is the de-challenge and re-challenge. So as per company, like de-challenge, re-challenge is also very important for the assessment of the seriousness of the case. So the de-challenge means that the drug withdrawn in response to the event after de-challenge. So if the event is abated, means the resolved or improved withdrawal of the drug, so de-challenge is nothing but the positive or de-challenge will be negative. For example, like if the patient is taking the infliximab drug, immunosuppressant agent. So immunosuppressant agent after taking of 2 days, the patient is suffering with the rash. So after stopping of the drug infliximab, the rash also will be resolved. So thereby, so again after few minutes or few times, they again start the treatment. So here that is the meaning of de-challenge. So whenever the stopping of the drug, and automatically the reaction also will be resolve within time. If the reaction is not resolved within time after stopping of the drug, that is the meaning of rechallenge. So these are the differentiation of the onset reaction. So the reaction is for the outcome, and as well as based upon the outcome also we can assess the de-challenge and re-challenge. So sometimes the de-challenge is a positive or maybe some negative, or maybe sometimes based upon the outcome. Based upon the outcome, we need to identify, change the de-challenge and re-challenge. Okay, so these are the differentiation of de-challenge and re-challenge. So I will show you everything in offline. So, but what is the differentiation? But how, where you capture and where you need to take the de-challenge and re-challenge. So everything I will show you in offline. Okay. So next one is the labeling. So very important is the labeling. So labeling is, you should be perform the labeling of event the drug for core safety document. So one is the investigator brochure and product characteristic and United State packaging. So USPI also company core data is there, CCDS. So as per the company norms, so these are the labeling as per the company labeling is different, and like US FDA labeling also different is there. But anyway, so drug is labeling, based upon the labeling also you need to identify the seriousness of the case. So as per the labeling, so this is the IB labeling, like investigational brochure labeling mean. So clinical or non-clinical data related to the any investigational medical product, so relevant to the study, so the product for the subject. So thereby the mentioning of all identified reactions in human beings are considered the listed. So other events are should be considered the unlisted reaction. So this one also definitely I will show you. So what is the listed type of like labeling or unlisted type of labeling? Okay. So next to USPA labeling and CCDS. CCDS is the actually as per the company norms. There will be a, as per the company, it should be differentiation of the CCDS labeling is different. So next one is the narrative writing. So after completion of the, after entering of the all data, patient details, reported details, and adversary event details, and product detail, then the conclusion also very important. So regulatory time, the regulatory body, so they're taking the the formation is, so this is the standard format for the narrative writing. So the key elements for the, we should be past sentence. The narrative always, the information is should be past sentence, must be stand alone story, and should be follow the chronological event of the experiments by the patient. Some use always used for the chronological formation. So drug indigestion, adverse event, or laboratory test, or treatment drugs, or event outcome. So likewise, the stepwise, the chronology is there. First should be drug, next adverse event, and then laboratory test or treatment drugs, or finally outcome. So this is also narrative standard standard process of the narrative writing. I will, once I will show you, that definitely I think you should identify. So this is the narrative, the chronological order. So tools, so different type of tools are used nowadays. So majorly three types of softwares are used. So one is the Argus, and next to Arise software is there, and Visiflow software is there. So Argus software is, some companies are using the Argus, and few companies are using the Arise software, and few companies are using the Visiflow software. So the software means each software is having different procedure is there for the like for entering of the data. So there, but any software should inform to the so should submit to the regulatory body. But based upon the availability of the software, so the companies will be taking. So Oracle argues is the market leading solution of the passing of the reporting adverse event. So now few companies are pre and post marketing drugs, or any vaccinations or devices or common product. But pharmaceutical safety database used to the like any regulatory requirement or any value to meet to international standard or in some business requirement. So as per the requirement, company requirement, so they're using the Argus. But main featuring of Argus is global case processing or signal detection, detailing of the analysis. So like I will show you the flow chart, like the processing of Argus. this is the processing of argues. So if I identify the adverse drug event, literature information, especially the literature cases, so there data entry of adverse drug event information. So after the data entering of adverse drug react information, then coding the event or drug information, then forward to the medical review. So medical review, they're writing the case narrative. After then safety database or then verification of the case information, and finally the reporting to the pediatric. So this is the only for this type of information or literature, especially the literature cases. So maximum the case these argue softwares are used. Coming to the RSG, this is the maximum 70% of companies are used in the RSG software. So the RSG softwares are internally the software is like Medra coding is there, but major software is the RSG Global. So RSG is the leading of PV, but a clinical safety system. So is provide the international safety reporting from the clinical or post-marketing surveillance also. And as well as any shortness of medical review or any coding process, it will help easily to detection, easy way to reporting of the RSG Global. So that is why most of the companies are preferably use the RSG Global, and also is a very, when compared to the other software, is somewhat is the cheapest software. So and easy way, and also easy way to like entering of the data. So that is why use. So the RSG of the introduction of the VisiFlow is international web-based report management tool. So is a complete easy management system. So individual case reporting. So VisiFlow can be used for any authority or any company database for reporting of the data. So VisiFlow is not a VisiFlow software. But this is the VisiFlow reporting system. This is the processing. First, the ICSR uploading the VisiFlow to AMC. So then received by the any quality data. So after that, the like any invalid or incomplete ICSR or safety update. So valid or complete ICSR. So thereby WHO, Sweden, or maybe some safety elder. Sorry.
Sir, any problem?
Network issue.
Okay, sir. Yeah, please
The
continue.
mobile. Yeah. My data is out. Okay. So data flow, the flow of the report of in vigilance. So the regional center. First, initially, regional center you need to take the VisiFlow, and regional center 2 and 1. But regional center 1 and 2 is from the other countries, but India is not possible. Only for one regional center is there. But you can take the information from the regional center 1 and regional center 2. Thereby, so report by the external organization like any partners or any investor. So then they are taking the information from the regional center. So thereby they submit to the regulatory authority. So VisiFlow is mainly for used into the Uppsala Monitoring Center. The regulator is the Uppsala Monitoring Center. creating the new report. So if the case is actually, I will tell you, if the patient is pregnant woman, so the pregnant woman is taking the one drug. So along with the pregnant woman, so after the delivery of the baby, so you need to create the one more case for the baby. So, but personally, definitely the baby also experienced by the drug exposure. So definitely you need to create one more case. And if the husband, for example, if the husband is taking the medication and also having the same problem, so both also separate cases will be there. So likewise, each patient is single patient case also, multiple patient case also is there, or single baby cases also is there. So based upon the uh, reporting, based upon exposure of the drug, so you need to create a one separate case for the separate patient. Okay, so this is the standard for the information. Man, date received from the regional center. So the first one is initially for the date and year, and text to the national center date, and report title and type of the report, is spontaneous or study or any literature information. So and patient details also. It's very important, patient details, either gender name or birth date or age group. So now each company very careful about the age group. So few total the few types of the age group is there. So like infants, neonates, adolescent, adult, and elder age. So likewise, so recently the 2022, the adult age group is the 65 or greater than or equal to 65 is the adult elder actually. So 65 up to 65 is the adult age. So the age group also important for the assessment of ADR. Next to current or past drug therapy. See, the current or past drug, this is the containing of the any new drug or any past times, any current or present previous history of the any drug. So it fill into the detail like drug name or indication or reaction observed. So this is also important. And reaction observed reaction. So what is the reaction? So what is the code of the reaction? So especially few companies are using only processing by the few drugs only, and few companies are processing by the few drugs only as per the company requirement. So the the end of the time reaction, duration of the time reaction, or outcome of the reaction, or delay of any treatment. So whatever may be a drug dose or okay. So next to drug consumed. So listed drug given by the treatment of the reaction. So drug name, dose name, or any assessment can be either physically or therapeutically. This also should be important. So this is the formation for the data form for filling of the information from the reporting of the process. So first one is need to either HCP healthcare professional, then peripheral centers are there, then peripheral center to regional center. So regional center to the zonal center. So zonal center to the SEDESCO. So then SEDESCO to the old hill. So likewise, this is the processing of the reporting of the ADR monitoring. So this is the WHO scale processing. So according to WHO, so there is some certainty or probability, possibility, unlikely. So based upon the condition related or unaccessible reaction, some few questions are assessment of the criteria for the potential should be and reasonably complicated. So based upon the reaction, should we take the probability reaction or possibility or any causality term. So next to as per the Naranjo scale. So Naranjo scale is also very important for assessment of the adverse reaction. So any like a few questions are there, and along with some positivity response or negativity response. So based upon the score, so the reaction is like to either defined reaction or any probable reaction, or maybe a possible reaction or doubtful reaction. So based upon the questioning of the patient, so they can identify like they can differentiation by the seriousness of the reaction. Okay. So next one is the dictionaries. So definitely I will show you the few types of dictionaries. One is the WHO dictionary, and second one is the company dictionary. CPD dictionary is there, like company product dictionary. So company product dictionary means only the suspected company product should be selected from the CPD. For example, Accenture company is there. So Accenture company is processed by the one drug. So the drug is infliximab. So that infliximab always should be enter into the company product dictionary. Should take the only company product dictionary. But other drugs is there along with the patient is infliximab taken along with the other drugs is there like diclofenac or any pantoprazole. So that type of concomitant drug should be coded into the WHO dictionary. So WHO dictionary is all non-company suspected concomitant drugs should be either past drugs were selected into the dictionary. So this is the differentiation of HUDD and CPD. So likewise, we should differentiate to two categorized dictionaries is there. Okay, coming to the hierarchies is MEDRA. So MEDRA is actually the medical dictionary for medical dictionary regulatory authority. So in internally software actually, RAC used for the internal sort is the MEDRA. So MEDRA yearly 2 times it will be changed. The version will be changed. In the month of September, one version, and in the month of March, 1.2 version. So likewise, it will be changed the version. It will update by the version. Version will update. So any new drugs are there, or any old drugs, or any market withdrawal drugs. So as per the marketing correction, so they'll be added or sometimes disconnected by the drugs. So thereby 6 months once the MEDRA version will be changed. So in MEDRA 5 hierarchies is there. So 5 hierarchies is these are the 5 hierarchy. So each hierarchy very important for separate coding is there. So I think I hope you are easily identified once showing the software live database. I think. Okay, so these are the 5 hierarchies will be there. After that, it move to the quality review. So quality review team check the quality review and pay to submitting the regulatory authority. So all SOSARs are late casing undergo to quality review, but the non-serious cases will be also under quality review depending upon the sponsors. So our investigator. So maximum all cases are actually as per the company norms. So first one is the safety review. First initial review is there. So once the case is created during the initial case, so after the initial review, then forward to the safety review. So safety review, one person is drug safety association person is processed by the one case. So after the safety review completion, then forward to the quality review. So then quality review also again check the case, enter the case or enter the document. So if any information missing from the safety review or initial review, then added the quality review. So after the quality review, then information passed through the medical review. So after the physician, then again check the all cases, like each cases in detailing of the reaction or every seriousness of the case or everything, then finally submit to the regulatory authority. So this is the stepwise processing of the movement of the case to the one by one stepwise. So this is the quality of information, then ICR submission. Okay, so this is the roles and responsibility of organization. Each company or each organization have some few roles and responsibilities there. So either training, conducting training, or maybe quality checking, or maybe some like a case deletion or some invalid confirmation. So every case, each case also very important for the each patient also very important for each organization. Okay, so this is the methods for monitoring of the adverse reaction. So pharmacovigilance are few methods are like spontaneous reporting or case series reporting, or maybe some stimulated, or maybe sentinel or case report or case series. So different type of methods are used in the pharmacovigilance purpose. So this is the examples or case series of the stimulated reporting example. What is the disadvantage of example? And drug event monitoring centers. Okay, so next one is the causality assessment. So causality assessment between the drug and suspected reaction. So assessment performed by the usually two methods include. One is the clinical judgment process, and any individual who is an expert from the area, so that evaluated by the case, any algorithm or any common use for the algorithm or an arranged algorithm, or reporting by the any serious or also reaction. So patient details should be important, or initial gender data and weight, height, And suspected drug reactions also very important. So what is the generic name, what is the brand name of the drug, or what is the indication purpose, and dose form or strength or daily dose or route of administration, so our stopping date or how much duration of the treatment. So each details also required for the entering of the case. And outcome also very important for the outcome, whether the reaction is resolved or not recovered, or maybe already recovering, or maybe unknown. So these are the few types of outcomes also important for the reaction. So detailing of the investigator name also. So investigator name, what is the who is the investigator, so what is the address of the investigator, telephone number, like what is the profession, the date and the date, date of the reporting of the ethical committee overviewing site, or any signature of the investigator. So each one, everything should be there into the case. So these are the reporting responsibility. So the sponsor responsibility actually. So sponsor is in any serious adverse reactions or any unexpected reaction should be reported to the sponsor or any licensing authority within 24 hours of time. So the ethical committee within 7 days working is there. So thereby definitely should be reporting. So I will show you this is the our regulatory, India is regulatory authority is the SEDESCO. So SEDESCO is the this is the SEDESCO document form. So here, see this is the Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission. So this is the patient information first initially. So after that, the second one is but here the patient information, what is the AMC for local area, what is the use, what is the AMC recipient number, worldwide unique number. This is very important for each regulatory authority, one unique number is there. So, and relevant test is there, any abnormality test, and everything, what is the seriousness of the case. So this one also seriousness of the also death or life threatening problem or any congenital anomaly, so anything, any disability or so, and along with the outcome also, either outcome is recovered or reaction is recovered or recovering, or maybe sometimes not recover or fatal, so unknown. So these are also you need to fill into this form. And suspected observed reaction also. So date of reaction is what date you should identify the reaction, the day 0 or day 1 or day 2, or maybe some date of recovery, which date is recovered the event, and description of the event problem. So very short form or very conclusion. The narrative formation is there, the chronological order is there. So you need to write the chronological order. So then report to the, and along with the suspected reaction also. So name of the product, what is the brand name or the generic name, and the next one is the manufacturing company also. So manufacturing company also very important. What is the name of the company, batch number, and the lot number, and expire date, and dose use, route use, or the frequency, and therapy. So when is the therapy started and when is the therapy stopped. So this is every information, each information also very important for the identification for filling the data adverse reaction form. So and also action taken. So action taken also, sometimes the physician may increase the dose, sometimes maybe physician dose reduced, sometimes dose not changed, sometimes drug stopped, so and sometimes unknown also. So these are the different type of action taken also is there. So you need to, if you inform fill into the form. So finally reporter details are below mentioned. Who is the reporter, either HCP or consumer, or maybe some other person or like any relative. So you can fill the address and email address or phone number and date of the report. So this is the SEDESCO form in India. Follow this is the documented form. So next one is, this is the MedWise form. So ES MedWise form, actually ES FDA reporting form, MedWise form. So MedWise form also, like each columns is there, reporter details, patient details, and the suspected details, everything you need to fill into the MedWise form. This is the yellow card form. So yellow card form are used into the, this is the different format. Just the format will be changed, color also change, but information is same like. Okay, so this is the Canada, Health Canada form. So this is the Health Canada likewise. This is the suspected details, patient details, reporter details, adverse reaction details. So everything should be reported. So, okay, so this is the about the actually don't very brief information. So pharmacology is a very lot of subject actually. So it will take time, more time. So I think it will late. So but I hope I would cover the maximum all points. But in offline, definitely I will show you live database and again revise the each columns or each topics. So there definitely you can discuss with the in front of. So thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity once again. So thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. If any doubts, so can you please ask?
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much to Dr. Malyadri, sir, for giving such a clear presentation regarding pharmacovigilance program, its various regulatory bodies, softwares, data flow, and about media array technologies. Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Malyadri, sir, we have a couple of questions. Can I go for it?
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
The first question we have is, what are the training programs and training providers available for pharmacovigilance for the students, sir?
But in coming to the India, there is no governmental training programs are not there. But 3 months, 2 months programs is there. That is the short-term programs. So thereby connected by the PVPI. But coming to the private sector, so some organizations, private organizations will be conducted by the for student or and also they'll supported by the. I mean, they'll give us some opportunity to the pharmacovigilance in the.
So there is a continuity of this question. How can we implement this in regular curriculum of PharmD?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Actually, it's very important. Implementation is for the each hospital or each institution. First one is you need to take the initiation for the vigilance, like establishment of drug information or poison information centers, and thereby after the information center, you take the permission from the PVPI, but they will give the all permission for the maximum to each organization. So after that, you can support it and you can report it by the PVPI.
Yes, sir. We have one more question from
Yes,
Ms.
ma'am.
Saujanya Lakshmi. What is the difference between ADE and ADR?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. So adverse drug reactions are very closely association between causality relationship between the adverse drug reaction and adverse drug event. But adverse drug, that is the adverse drug reaction, very close relationship. The causality means the reaction should be drug along with the reaction. But the adverse drug event means there is no closely relationship between the drug and reaction, but this is indirectly relationship between the reaction.
There is one more question from the same participant, Ms. Saujanya Lakshmi. When do we consider an event to be serious?
Yeah. So if the event is if the case is serious means, so there are 6 types of the as per the regulatory. So one is the case is drug is causes the death, that is the serious. The drug is causes the any life-threatening problem for the patient, that is also serious. The drug is causes the prolonged hospitalization the patient, that is also serious. If the drug is causes the birth defect, so that one also serious. Maybe sometimes the drug is causes the like permanent consequences or any complicated patient, that is also serious. And now one more recent the serious is any other medical significant event, any other clinical significant problem for the patient, that is also there considered as a serious.
Thank you, sir. We have one more question, sir.
Yes.
Ms. Prashant Kumari has asked us a question to provide information about the adverse monitoring center location in Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah, so in Andhra Pradesh is totally Coastandra, then Vizag is the one center is there, PVPA center, and in South Coast is the Guntur is the medical college is the one center is there, and like in Rayalaseema is the Karnool is the one more center is there, government medical college.
Yes, sir. We have one last question. What
Yeah.
are the odd scenarios in pharmacovigilance to implement it in the organization? What are the odd scenarios?
Odd scenarios.
So I think there's some network issue. Thank you very much, Dr. Malyadri, sir.
Ma'am, there is one more question from participants. Sir, is there any chance for private pharmacy colleges to start vigilance centers?
Hello, can I hear madam? Now my voice clear? Hello.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
hello. Yes, sir. There is one more
Yeah.
question, sir. Is there any chance for private pharmacy colleges to start vigilance centers?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. So it's actually nowadays it is possible for start a establishment of the vigilance program, but it is a not, but they are not like complete. They not give complete information, complete approval for the private sector, but they'll give the sub centers like Guntur Medical College is the major center. So the private colleges also they give the some sub center for the monitoring center. So likewise, but they won't give the permanent center for the private institution.
Thank you very much, sir, for clarifying all the questions of our participants. I think it's clear for all the participants. If still anybody else want to ask any questions, you're open for the questionnaire. Meanwhile, the feedback form link and the attendance form link have been posted in the chat box. Please do fill them. Now I request our principal, sir, the convener of the event, Dr. Sheikh Abdul Rahman, sir, to speak a few lines about today's session.
Good evening, the organizing committee members of Department of Pharmacology and Pharmacy Practice, and organizing secretary Dr. T. Vinay Kumar sir, and hosting Mrs. Sheikh Asha Begum madam, and the co-coordinator Dr. Shreya madam. And then today actually I think hosting Asha madam has expressed about the resource persons. So today in emergency we have arranged the resource person, Dr. Dr. Maladri sir. So he's very good expertise in pharmacovigilance, and he's having good experience about this pharmacovigilance in industry. So I'm very happy about Dr. Maladri sir for immediate response in joining the program. It is not that much of easy for joining the session within 15 minutes or half an hour. So somehow I appreciate the efforts made by Dr. Y. Maladri sir. I think all the participants, the faculty members. So you might have understood what he has delivered through online. Of course, we have the opportunity next week through offline mode. So SAR is available in our campus, Nirmala College of Pharmacy. And regarding this pharmacovigilance, whatever queries you have, and you are unable to ask today, so you are welcome to our college, and you can ask what type of right queries you'll be having in the same pharmacovigilance. And SAR has delivered a vast basically being a educationist, being the faculty members, we may not be expertised that much of things happening in corporate sector. Of course, because of having good experience, he has reached to our faculty members what exactly doing in the industry now. At the same time, of course, your queries definitely is going to be clarified in next week, which is going to be held in our campus, Nirmala Pharmacy College. And there he is going to deliver and show hands-on experience about handling of this pharmacovigilance software. It may be Argus or Vigiflow, whatever maybe it is. And so faculty, I think I appreciate the audience the faculty members, those who registered here and asking the queries. So, so it means you are following and you are noting down the important points, what he is delivering in his lecture. And hope, as the organizing secretary said, this weekend is going to conduct the examination, so that I request all the participants, you please note down the key points delivering by the resource persons, because this is also very, very important to share your past results to the AICT ATAL office, so that I request all the delegates. So note down and please secure more than I think 70% of the marks for getting this ATAL FDP certificate from the AICT. Right. Hope I hope we will see in the next week in our campus. And I think the secretary has expressed you about the percentage of attendance also. You have to maintain the attendance online and both offline mode. About maintaining more than 75% is minimum it is required to share your particulars to the AICT ATA. So thank you, Asha madam, for giving me this opportunity share views of today's presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your encouraging feedback for our speaker and the supportive words for all the faculty members. I hope with this zeal, our faculty members will be participating in the coming sessions with the same enthusiasm. Thank you very much, sir, for your words at the end of the session. Dr. Vinay, sir, if something else is to be noted.
Yeah. Yes, madam. Just dear faculty members, I would like to bring you one notice that actually there is one program is there. I have gone through recently when I visited to AIMS Mangal. Right, they are offering one. Right, they are offering one program, training program. So that is material vigilance. So as today's speaker, as he explained about pharmacovigilance, that is regarding drugs and vaccines and all. But there is one more program is there, that is a vigilance program, that is material vigilance. So this is related to safe use of diagnostics and safe use of surgical equipments, and also safe use of some radiological equipments, radiological diagnostics. So regarding this, in AIMS, they are giving the 3 months internship program for the students. So who have completed their B Pharmacy degree, they are eligible, and also those who complete PharmD also, those who are in 6th year PharmD also, they are eligible. So please share to your students of your college. So the application form and how to apply, all those guidelines I posted in the ATAL FDP participant WhatsApp group. Actually, they attending this conference, attendance this faculty development program is to take away the knowledge to your students and to share the knowledge and share the things what you have learned in the faculty development program to your students. So as a part of this, just now I shared in the WhatsApp FDP group, participant group, regarding material vigilance application. Please share to your students so that they can apply, they can learn some knowledge and skills in the material vigilance program. So that's what I want to share, madam.
Thank you very much for the information, sir. I hope the faculty members and the students will utilize about the training program what sir has given information. So thank you all for joining today's session. And once again, at the last, I would like to apologize for the delay at the beginning of the session. We'll see that this doesn't happen from tomorrow. So we will be waiting to meet you again tomorrow evening. Sir, can we sign off?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. All of you,
Yes, sir.
good night.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much to the coordinator and the co-coordinator and speaker of the sessions. We have our secretary and correspondent, Sister Nirmala Jyoti Garu, also in the session. Sister, thank you so much for being here. And thank you to our principal, sir, for being here. Thank you to all the participants. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Signing off for today. Good night, all.